We live in a world that is obsessed with more. More stuff, more upgrades, more consumption is bombarded and thrown into your face every single day. We get messages that tell us that happiness is just one purchase away. But what if this constant pursuit of more is just making us miserable? What if the things that we are told are supposed to bring us joy are actually slowly killing us? Welcome to the age of consumerism, a culture that defines our worth by what we own and drives us into a never-ending cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. Hi, my name is Sam, and I like to yap. Today, I'm going to be yapping about something that has been talked about quite a bit on YouTube, at least from the commentary channels that I follow, and it's been talked about quite a bit just like on TikTok and in the cultural zeitgeist all around. It has been talked about a lot, but I wanted to talk about it because I am on this very niche, I'm talking about consumerism and overconsumption and over blah blah blah, but I do have 4 TikTok accounts. It's so stupid. Every time I start like a new hobby or something, I don't want it to be connected to like a different version of me. So for my TikTok accounts, I've got my TikTok account for this YouTube channel, which is basically me just posting thirst traps because I always look hot. I always look hot. Oh, she's so self-conceited. No, I always like do makeup and stuff like that, and I like to post videos that are somewhat related to the video that I'll be posting, but I mainly just like to post thirst traps on that TikTok, I'm not gonna lie. And then I also have a TikTok account I started recently for my running journey. I had started running, and then I had gotten severely depressed, and then I kind of stopped, but I still kind of keep up with it, and I'm trying to improve my wellness journey, and I'm kind of keeping up to date on that TikTok. But I've also got my art TikTok account, which is, as you would assume, where I post like all of my art and things like that. And then I also have a author TikTok account where I post updates on my book, about the books I'm reading, anything along those lines. And for some reason, specifically on that TikTok account, on my author TikTok account, the For You page is bombarded with consumerism and like so much consumer things. And I get this one specific TikToker who I'm going to talk about a little later in the video, so we'll get to there eventually, who does blind box unboxing, and I get quite a few of them on that account actually, but this one specific one, she did a room tutorial, and I was just like, or not a room tutorial, but like a room show off, there's a word for it, I can't think of it, but I was just like, it gets to a point. So that is kind of what has encouraged the making of this video here with me and you together. I am in a different location than I usually am in today. That is because I felt like it. It's that simple. So we need to talk about why it feels like we are drowning, even though we have more access to materials and things than we ever have before in our history. And we need to talk about how this overconsumption core, like that is the best way to play it. It has become a normal part of not only society, but like internet culture. And obviously the microcosm of internet culture reflects outside of it, and it's affecting the world and the economy. Not the economy, but like just everything. I mean, as humans, we are currently being hunted. And like, I mean that literally. We're being hunted by these big, oh God, as I get a text about frickin' consumer thing. We are being hunted by corporations. Our dopamine receptors are being farmed by corporations that have figured out exactly how to hack human biology and hack us to get what they want. They know how to bypass your logic and go straight to your little lizard brain to make you trade in your sanity for it. And your rent money, by the way, for like a piece of plastic or something that you could make yourself. We've lost hobby culture and we need to bring that back. And if you think I am being dramatic, let's take a little look-see at the evidence. Let's start with the la boo boo. I know it's become a big joke, especially on TikTok, to say like, ooh, la boo boo do by chocolate, like stuff like that. when referencing like overconsumption, because it's these things that have become so overtaken by social media and kind of trademarked by social media in a way. And that's kind of why I wanted to talk about the Labubu, because I feel like it's really what started at least a lot of people's a lot of people being aware of the fact that this overconsumption is really ingrained into our everyday lives. By the way, Dubai chocolate, Dubai chocolate. I kind of love Dubai chocolate. I'm not gonna lie. I was a sucker for that overconsumption hack. I tried it. It's delicious. I made some of my own. It's delightful. But honestly, my favorite part of it is the kadaifa. I think that's how you pronounce it. And so I made some chicken out of the crunchy kadaifa, and that was really good. So I recommend just like playing with that a little bit if you like the Dubai chocolate. Also, I think I'm going to do a video on the dark side of Dubai chocolate, because there's a conspiracy. There is a large conspiracy about Dubai chocolate and how it's covering up like the crimes in Dubai, because Dubai, if you didn't know, is run off of slavery. So I kind of want to do a whole video on that, and I might. But anyway, if you don't know what a Labubu is, I am begging you to take me with you to whatever peaceful off-grid society that you're living in, or whatever rock you're living under. Truthfully, I would do anything. I would do anything to have this knowledge out of my head. It would be fantastic. For the uninitiated, Labubus are these tiny little monster plushies that are sold in blind boxes. And a blind box essentially is, you don't know what you're gonna get. You have the options on the outside of the box, but you don't know what you're actually gonna get. And I'm a sucker for blind boxes. I call myself a blind box.
Me and Bach.
I call myself a blind box OG, because when I was little 12-year-old me, I was going into vintage stock and I was buying freaking Doctor Who blind boxes and Sherlock blind boxes and Supernatural blind Jesus Christ, blind boxes. That's right, I was a super Who-lock girl. But I love blind boxes. I still do love a good blind box. But I'm not buying like 100 of them. I'm not buying a bunch of blind boxes in the hopes that I'm going to get all of the things from the blind boxes, which is what is happening a lot today. Anyway, these Labubus, they have sharp teeth. They honestly, I thought they were just like Gremlins, like the movie. Like I thought they were Gremlins being reimagined. No offense to the artist, because I get it. And honestly, get your bag. But they're really ugly. I hate Labubus. There's some of Pop Nart stuff that I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of cute. Like some of the Skull Panda or whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cute. I still don't understand it. But I think Labubus are the most hideous. Like if I saw that on a bag, girl, I'm sorry. They are currently destroying our collective understanding of financial literacy as well. People are spending hundreds, sometimes even like thousands of dollars gambling on blind boxes, like I said, to either just get the rare one or one that they want, or some of the time these people are trying to collect all of them. And I'm like, first of all, collecting all of them completely defeats the point of a blind box. Second of all, stop. Just stop. Because it's not just like a toy anymore. It's become a status symbol. Like if you see a Labubu on somebody's bag, usually it's attached to like a designer bag, and you're like, oh, that's a rich person. Like people are gonna steal that Labubu from you, first of all. Second of all, it's not giving rich. It's giving ugly, and it's giving consumerism final boss. You have adults, full-grown human adults, clearing out shelves, fighting in stores, and scalping these things online for like 10 times their original price. And it's all because the internet told them that it is an it item. There are literally these influencers that are dedicated blind box influencers buying these things just to unbox them on camera and spending thousands of dollars, or even getting gifted these things, that like truthfully at the end of the day, add no significant value to your life. And they are pushing their young audiences into this mindset of overconsumption. There is, as I said earlier, this one specific TikToker who always pops up on my feed. This is no shame to her. And by the way, this whole video, while we're on the topic of no shame, like I said, like, I'm a blind box OG. There is no shame in buying a blind box or two, especially when it's something that like you like really want. And if it's like a one time, like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna spend my hard-earned money and get this blind box. Absolutely no shame in that. Who I am shaming are these influencers who are spending this thousands and thousands of dollars to get all of the blind boxes they can, and they are pushing this idea of consumerism and, oh, you must have all of this onto their young audiences. But anyway, I want to look at this TikToker with you guys. I'm going to be looking at some videos live. I'll be putting them up next to me, but I will be looking at some videos from her. Her name is Kinley Mac on TikTok. And the thing is, she's not even like that big of an influencer necessarily. She has about 100,000 followers, I believe. I guess I can look when I pull her up. Sorry, I'm trying to move over so I've got enough space to actually put my phone screen right here when I'm editing. But yeah, I think she has about 100,000 followers. She's not that big on TikTok, but again, what are we doing? Okay, so yeah, her name is Kinley Mac, like I said. She's got about 160,000 followers. She's got a total of 9.1 million likes, which is insane. Absolutely wild to me. Also, and I've never taken a look at this, so this is like a true live reaction, because obviously I've seen some of her content before, but she often mentions if she gets like a duplicate, or if she gets one that she doesn't want, she mentions her Mercari. Here it is. And it says, this is where I rehome my collectibles. Oh, she's only sold 26 of them. That's kind of really funny. But yeah, she puts just all of her, like I said, duplicates or anything that she doesn't want on her Mercari. I think it's what it's called. A normal price for them, mind you. Oh, wait, okay, she sold more than 26. I'm, like, scrolling through and seeing she has sold quite a few. Yeah, she puts, like, the normal price, I think, that she paid for them on it. Oops, I exited out of her Mercari. But it's still just, like, it defeats the whole purpose, first of all, of that blind box. And it just, like, I don't know. It feels weird to me. I don't know what it is, though. I could just be stupid for that take. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on her most recent video. Another thing that I've noticed with her a lot is she's just taking whatever brand deal is really thrown at her, I feel like. And it's really easy for brands to connect with her, I guess, because she does push this consumerism so often, and so many of these brands, like, that's what they're doing. So of course they're gonna partner, that's the word I'm looking for, partner with this girl who is pushing exactly what they need her to be pushing. Like, they don't have to do anything about it. She fits all audiences because all she does is consume, which sounds so mean. Again, I'm trying not, like, no shade to her. She seems like a sweet enough girl, but it's not just her either. It's all of these accounts that are pushing this level of consumerism. Anyway, I'm just gonna watch her most recent video. Okay, her most recent video is just about cats on Fortnite, so I'm actually gonna skip that one.
Mark came out with a new IP called 1001 Moon.
Okay, so first of all, I mean, I guess good for her. Sorry, I keep like playing the video. I was trying to screen record. Good for her for at least disclosing when she does
open some blind boxes.
Content collaboration with brands, and like about she earns commissions from things, and she tags Pop Mart in it. She doesn't tag that it's an ad or anything like that, but she does tag Pop Mart. I don't know if that's just because she wants their attention or if it is because she has partnered with them, but with how many Pop Mart hauls she does and how many full boxes she's getting from Pop Mart, I would not be surprised if she does partner with Pop Mart. But let's just watch this video.
With me. Pop Mart came out with a new IP called 1001 Moons. It has such a cute backstory, and there are so many pieces in this collection that you can move around, so I'm so excited to open all of these up. These are all the options that we can get. Let's get into it. 1001 Moons is one of Pop Mart's most emotional universes, and it all centers around a girl named Muna. Muna is a princess who carries a world of memories and dreams inside her, some beautiful, some forgotten, and some that turned into shadows when she was too afraid to face them. Her nightmares
This is just an ad. This is fully just an ad. She is just like unboxing all of them as quickly as possible. I mean, I put it on 2x speed, but like she's unboxing them and not even showing them off as she like tells the story behind it. I guarantee that I mean, because it's something meaningful, funny enough, the way that I'm hearing it, because it's like a meaningful brand, this specific toy probably isn't as popular for Pop Mart, and they're probably wanting to sell more of them, so they had Kinley do an unboxing for them to push it onto the audience who doesn't need them, mind you.
She has little spirits called Hattie, but instead of being bad dreams, they represent the parts of herself that she hasn't healed yet. Every piece in the series is a fragment of Muna's inner world, tiny symbols of childhood, unfinished stories, unanswered questions, and the memories she's been trying to hold on to. Some represent moments she wishes she could revisit, some represent fears she's learning to understand, and some are the soft, magical pieces of her imagination that never really disappeared. As Muna moves through her dream world, she learns that even her shadows have something to teach her, that our fears are tied to what we love, and that growing up doesn't mean losing the magic, it just means finding new ways back to it. I love how this entire collection feels like going through an old diary, like flipping through the pieces of life you didn't realize that you missed. Let me know which moment from Muna's world spoke to you the most. That's it for this.
Yeah, she literally just unboxed them all quickly. That wasn't even me having it in 2x speed. She just unboxed them all quickly and like told the story for them, and then she'll put them on a shelf where they'll like rot on a shelf with all of her other things for years to come, and hope that she gets commission from her audience clicking on this link and buying them, which I'm going to click on the link. My God, that's completely unhelpful. It says they're $19.99 to $239.88. I'm assuming that one of these things then is $19.99. That's not including shipping. It says free shipping, but usually there's some sneaky price when you buy from TikTok Shop. So a whole box of them is probably $239. But $20 for one tiny little toy. Like one tiny little toy. It's $20 for that. That's like... That's insane. That's insane to me. And I understand collectibles. That's the whole thing. I feel like this video, but the point of collectibles is that you're collecting them. They're supposed to be like rare and unattainable, and you're supposed to collect them because they have like some sort of like meaning to you. I don't know. It drives me nuts.
Decorate my purse with me. Again, super quick. I have an eye appointment. This is my outfit. Super casual again. Got some yoga pants. I'm gonna wear these shoes. I got my Dooney and Burke Florentine satchel.
I'm skipping that video. I'm so sorry.
Let's go blind box hunting at Five Below. Here's my bag of the day.
Oh, that's another thing a lot of these blind box influencers do. They'll show the bag of the day, usually with something that they have on it. She didn't have anything on hers just then, but like with like a Labubu or like a Pop Mart keychain or something like that. They'll match specifically the bag with the Labubu or with the like toy, and it baffles me.
Stop. OMG. Are these all different series or are they all the same series? I'm gonna get 3 of them. Stop. That's so funny. I like this Powerpuff Girls thing. They have these, which remind me of like 83 Kimon type of thing. I guess I'll get one. I just don't.
Okay, Dark Truth time. I have one of those, not that exact series, but one of those little things from Five Below. I was really in a phase where I was getting, I fell victim to consumerism. I was getting all of these videos on my For You page, and I was like, I just like want a Labubu or something. And I even went into my local Pop Mart, not Pop Mart. Yeah, I think it was a Pop Mart. Or no, it was a Miniso. I went into my local Miniso and I just like walked around my mall. But literally every time I picked something up, I was like, holy shit, like this tiny little thing. It is not justifiable spending $30, $40 on this. So I always put it down. So I just went to Five Below and I bought one of these. I'm not gonna lie.
What is this? Oh my.
Keyword there though was one. I bought one of them.
Gosh, we're definitely getting. Let's do 2 of these. And one of these little swooshing things. These I saw in GameStop a long time ago. I have 2 of them. I might get one of these because I want to get a duplicate. Stop. That's so funny. I gotta get these. I'm gonna get 2 of them. Survey Squad. These are no fun because you know what they are. Bag is secured. Time to unbox.
These are no fun because you don't know what they are, she says to the little keychains. Which like I don't disagree. Like that is the point of blind boxes, but like, come on now, girl.
Starting off with Powerpuff Girls mystery vinyl figures. I hope we get one of the Powerpuff Girls.
Look at her background. Like look in the background of her room. That is insane. That is insane. And now she's just adding like more junk to the shelf. Watch this reaction. I already know what this reaction is going to be.
Oh man, we got him. Wait, we
Oh man, we got him.
got the secret. What's this guy's name? We got the secret. That's a cool way to start the video.
She was upset about the one she got, and then she got excited because she realized that it was the secret. So the secret is the one that even on the outside of the box, it doesn't tell you what it is. She was upset that she got this specific guy at first. But then when she realized that it was ultra rare, she got happy. Oh my god.
I didn't really want, even though I wanted a Powerpuff Girl. But it's fine, we got a secret, that's cool. Next we have butts on things, plushies. Oh, it's a plushie, cute! Okay, I really
She
want
didn't even realize that one was a plushie. She just saw it and put it in her cart.
The coffee, like, pot, or like the taco maybe, the ice cream, or the gumball machine. Oh, there's multiple, we got the gumball machine, okay, and we got this. What is this thing called again? I don't know, but that's so silly. Next, Moo-Mates. I've had 2 of these in the past.
Those are gonna go in the trash. Those are gonna fill a landfill somewhere. Like, you're gonna throw those away. She clearly didn't like them, and she didn't think about that before she bought them.
I had rainbow sherbet and peach cobbler, I think. Oh man, this is what I had before. Ooh, it smells so good. I think this one's peach cobbler. It's so cute. I love this thing, but I wish that these were pendants.
That thing is really cute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a plushie gal. I do like a plushie. I had a Squishmallow. Where I fell victim to consumerism at one point in my life, I had a Squishmallow addiction. I had it was over 80 Squishmallows or something like that. I did fall victim to it heavy with that phase. Those things are cute. I'm not gonna buy one though because I don't need it. It's just gonna end up either in the trash or in a junk drawer somewhere.
I could carry them with me. Moving on, this bread thing called loafers. I don't know what the options are. Oh yeah, there's 4. Oh, they're right here. Options: dog, cat, rabbit, pig. That's it. Or not a pig, a cow. I think. Yeah, cow, rabbit, cat, dog. We got the cat. Ooh, that does not smell nice. But it's cute. Meow, Fetty, Twinkle Toast.
It's not cute. I'm so sorry. It's not cute. It looks like Nyan cat, but not in a good way. No, those things aren't cute at all. And that's what I'm trying to say is a lot of these people are just buying these things because they're blind boxes. They don't even like what they're looking at. Where's she gonna put that? Truthfully, with her already bookshelves in the background that are overflowing with things, but these things that are overflowing in the background too are the expensive things, like the Pop Mart thing. So I don't think she's gonna put this ugly, not great made, to be honest, little Nyan cat plush anywhere in there.
That's cute. I got a second one. Yay, we got the rabbit. What's this one called? Cottonberry Bonbon. Look, it's got blueberries. These are so cute. And they're so soft, like a Squishmallow. Next, we have another Butts on Things figurine. Oh yeah, there's 2 mystery butts in here. I hope we get the cereal.
Things figurine. What are we doing? What, truthfully, are we doing? What are we doing?
Or the cake. Taco butt. Here's the front. That is so funny.
It's so funny too because I've noticed a lot of these, her specifically, but a lot of these reactors, they'll always open something up and they'll just, example. I've got my laptop right here with my script on it. They'll be like, oh, cute. Sorry, they don't even give that much face. They go, oh, cute. No, I'm too expressive with my eyebrows. Oh, cute. Wow, I love it. With the most monotone voice you'll ever hear in your life. Oh, cute. Cute. And it's always cute. It's always cute. And it drives me up a wall. Oh my god.
And guys, I think I got the super rare. No way! Because there's this burger and then it's this super rare.
That's so ugly. She was so excited she got the super rare. It's a silver painted freaking hamburger with a butt on it. And it's hideous. And why? Why are we doing this?
Collect. Guys, I got the super rare burger butt. If you're tricking the editing here, that is not a sentence that I ever thought I would ever say in my life. But I said it. Just thought I would add that in there. OMG. Wait, that's so exciting. That's 2 secrets in one video.
She's all excited she got 2 secrets in one video, but she didn't want one of the secrets.
Next. Oh yeah, we have these La Babies, or whatever Five Below calls them. Sorbet Squad.
La Babies, making fun of the off-brand Labubus because nobody can afford Labubus because they're too expensive. Anyway.
I hope we get purple. This one's also purple. I hope we get one of the 2 purples. Oh gee!
Oh god.
This one's purple and blue.
It's ugly. It's worse than the Labubu, and the Labubu is really ugly. But it's ugly.
Gigi, how cute. Next, I think I got 2 of these. Yeah,
that's
hopefully we don't.
How cute. Just like that. I'm so sorry.
Got a duplicate. Wait, is this the same thing? Yeah. Darn. It'll just be regifted. Not regifted. It'll be rehomed. I mean, Dark Carnival. I hope we get this brown one, or the purple one, or the Jester.
She got a duplicate. That's actually really funny. I honestly love when these influencers get a duplicate. The same duplicate in double unboxing. I'm like, you should not have bought 2 of them. You didn't need 2 of them. My god. That's anytime I buy a blind box. Oh, that one didn't pause. Anytime I buy a blind box, if I do buy a blind box, I make sure that I will love every option that's on there. Like, there's no option that I'm not gonna like, because you're not gonna catch me buying multiple of them. So I better get one that I like.
We got the brown. Not the brown that I wanted, but whoa, this ring is huge. My goodness. It doesn't come with a card or anything, so I don't know what it's called. It looks like a bear, I think. Or, oh, it's a lion, right? Because look at it's got like a mane. Oh, yay, we got the lion. I like this one.
That's the one that I got, by the way. Not the lion, but like that's the blind box I got from Five Below.
Oh, I forgot I got candy. 2 more things. We have another butt thing. I hope we don't get.
She keeps getting those butt things. Where is she gonna, does she just have a shelf of things with butts on them? That's ridiculous.
Yay! We got sushi and cake. These would be so fun to turn into keychains. Oh my gosh, I love them. And the last thing, I got this Christmas smooshums. Here are the options. I hope we get Jen or cake.
Sorry, I'm done with that video. I'm gonna look for her room tutorial and be right back. Not room tutorial, room tour. God, I'm sorry. Okay, so I couldn't find, oops. Oh no, I almost commented.
Baby 3 at Target.
I couldn't find her room tour. She might have not posted one, to be fair. I think I saw a comment once of someone asking her for a room tour, and she responded that she already had one. But you can very clearly see her room in the background of her videos, and it gets to a point where, are we collecting things, or are we one consumption away from being on A&E's hoarders? Because that is what the background of her videos looks like to me. It's crazy. I did also find this video that I wanted to live react.
Why not? Okay.
And she's buying 3 more blind boxes. Oh my god.
My goodness.
Spent $70 more. That brings the total to like $200. Jesus. Okay, so these are like the baby blind boxes. There's a lot of blind boxes that are like keychains of like babies dressed up as things, or like plushies of babies, and I'm like, I thought the Labubu's were ugly, but why do we have like, why are grown adult women collecting like baby plushes? And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, like PDF file, like, I'm not saying it's anything like that. I'm just saying it's really, really, really weird. Like, imagine you went into somebody's home and they had an entire room, and on one bookshelf in that entire room they had just a bunch of baby dolls sitting and staring at you. That's all I'm saying. We can be done with this video. That's all I wanted to talk about. We can also be done just like watching her videos. And again, she seems like a sweet girl. Like, no hate to her, girl. If you're watching this, no hate to you. But watch your consumerism, because you are spreading these ideals to young women, and it's bad. And she did have a section I saw on her linked tree or something along those lines. I guess I can move back to the middle since I'm done watching her stuff now, where brands can contact her and like send her stuff to unbox, or partner with her. So she does do partnerships. That means that she is probably doing partnerships with things that she doesn't even want, but she's either getting paid for them or she's just getting free stuff from them. Yikes. Literally watching her stresses me out. And like I said, it's not just her. There's so many people. She is just playing the game, and she happens to be winning the game. But the message that she is sending to 9.1 million views, not viewers, but she has 9.1 million views. That means 9.1 million people have seen her videos and have probably fallen prey to consumerism because of her. And it normalizes this idea that shopping and buying to this extent is a hobby of sorts. Like, she has turned this into her hobby. She has an entire room dedicated to this, but it's not. And like I was saying at one point, it stops bringing you happiness. Like, it seems like it stopped bringing her happiness. She's unboxing these things and she's just like, oh yay, I got what I want, with absolutely no expression. She doesn't even seem like she likes what she's opening. It bothers me so much. It's a loop and it's killing you. It's triggering your dopamine receptors over and over and over and over again until you don't even have them anymore. And then you just stop finding joy from anything. that might have been a bit too much. Anyway, next section. So my question is, like, why? Right? Why do we do this? I mean, I do it. Why do otherwise very intelligent people, you know, these are full-grown adults, people who pay taxes, hopefully understand how to merge on a highway, and have 401ks, maybe, we don't know in this economy, suddenly revert to like this primal, feral state over blind boxes, or even like a controversy I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but I feel like that everyone knows about, is like the freaking Starbucks Bear Cup. So stupid. God, I hate that thing. And it's because we're not stupid. We as humans aren't idiots. We are just trapped. Psychologists have mapped this out, and the first trap is called the Diderot effect. It's named after this French philosopher named Denis Diderot, which is such a fun name to say. I say Denis Diderot 3 times in a row. Denis Diderot, Denis Diderot, Denis Diderot. Sorry, that's just really fun to say. The story goes that Diderot was living a very humble, frugal life, and he was very happy until one day someone gifted him a beautiful, expensive scarlet robe. And that robe ruined him. He put it on, looked around his apartment, and realized his old rug looked trashy next to his magnificent new robe. So he then replaced the rug. But then his chair looked cheap next to the new rug, so he replaced the chair. And then the table, then the art. He spiraled into massive debt, replacing his entire life, not because he needed new things, but because his new possessions demanded more. We are now Diderot in this late stage capitalist society that we live in. You buy the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Sorry, my voice cut out like that. I'm not even gonna refilm that. You just gotta deal with that. You buy the new iPhone 16 Pro Max, suddenly your wired headphones look like they are a relic from the Stone Age. So you buy the new AirPod Max. Now you look like a sleek tech influencer, but your hoodie is from 2019 and it has a stain on it. So you buy the viral God, I can't even speak. You buy the viral streetwear to match the headphones. You buy the Labubu, but you can't just hold it. It needs a home. Your beat up canvas tote bag isn't a worthy why am I struggling so much? God, I'm sorry. You buy the Labubu, you can't just put it on your shelf, so you buy a expensive Coach bag to hang your $40 Labubu on. We are chasing the unified theory of vibes that just does not exist. We are trying to curate an identity where everything matches and the goalpost keeps moving. And not only does everything match in our outfits and how we present ourselves and our homes or whatever, but we are trying to unify with what everybody else is doing. And the cruel part of all of this is once you finally get enough and your collection is complete, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, you hit the hedonic treadmill. Hedonic? Hedonic. I'm going to stick with hedonic. This is a concept in positive psychology that says humans have a happiness baseline. When you finally pull a secret Labubu, or you secure your bear mug, your dopamine spikes. You feel this rush of godlike euphoria, you know, you feel complete, like you finally found this one thing that you've been hunting for. But, and please listen to me closely when I say this, that feeling has about a 48-hour lifespan. The rush will always wear off. You slide right back down to your baseline, and the object stops being a source of joy, and it starts to just be inventory that is filling up your space. But your brain remembers that high. It craves that spike again. It's an addiction. You don't just look at what you have, you are now looking for the next great thing, the next drop, the next Labubu, the next viral trend. You are running at a treadmill on a full incline, sweating, exhausting yourself, spending money you don't have, and sprinting toward a horizon called satisfaction that moves away from you every time you take another step. The most dangerous lie that consumerism tells you isn't about the product. It is about us. The lie is that we can buy our way out of sadness. We have normalized shopping, therapy, and girl math way too much in our society. Editor Sam here, the way I listed that made it sound like I said we were normalizing therapy too much in our society. Like it sounded like shopping, therapy, girl math. What was meant to be said was shopping therapy, all one word. We're not normalizing therapy too much. In fact, go to therapy right now. I mean, I personally see it all over social media, the little treat culture. We say, I had a bad day at work, I deserve a little treat. I survived a breakup, I deserve a little treat. And I'm not a monster. I am not a monster. I am prone to being a little treat girl. Oh, give me a sweet little treat. But that is probably also okay, this is so dark, but I mean, it's the truth. It's the best comparison. I have BED, which if you don't know, I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube, but it is a disorder of the eating sorts, and the consuming too much eating sorts. And my whole life has been something happened, I deserve a sweet little treat. But that sweet little treat turns into the whole bag of sweet little treats. And then it just keeps going. Your sweet little treat is no longer a sweet little treat. It's a sweet little common occurrence. It's not a treat anymore. And then, I mean, that's with food. I'm consuming it. I shouldn't be consuming it. I am overweight. But that's, you know, something that you taste and like that sustains you and fulfills you in like that sort of way. Again, still not a good thing, and I'm not justifying it. But, and then you compare that next to a $500 haul of fast fashion or a $298 box of just junk toys that are going to sit on your shelf and not do anything except collect dust, and that will end up in landfills like a few years later. I mean, just look at the Beanie Baby, or even look at Squishmallows. Those were so popular, and now you see them lining shelves and like barely sold out, and it was such a fad and such a trend for absolutely nothing, and people were reselling Squishmallows literally for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and now they are in thrift stores. I've seen so many Squishmallows in thrift stores. It's insane. And it is not a treat, it is a sedative. We're not shopping to celebrate anymore. We are shopping to numb ourselves. There is a void that so many people are trying to fill, but they're trying to fill it with material density. And as a result, eventually, once you've hit that high and you don't care about the object you have anymore, the material void that you're trying to fill, it's going to fill an actual void called a landfill. And we're going to just keep killing our earth, which we are in a literal tipping point right now. So that's fun. Have y'all ever seen The Day After Tomorrow? That's not too far away. Sorry, I don't want to be a fearmonger, but just saying. There is a quote by the Stoic philosopher Seneca that I just like absolutely love. I've been trying to get a lot into more like Greek philosophy and just philosophy and all that type of stuff in general. But his quote says, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more who is poor." Listen to that again. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more who is poor. By that definition, our society is living in abject poverty. Even the billionaires, especially the influencers, we are all, not all, but we are so spiritually bankrupt because we are trying to use our credit cards and our money to buy feelings that are not for sale. You cannot buy peace, you cannot buy self-worth, and you certainly cannot find meaning in a blind box. So how do we stop? How do we get off of the treadmill? As I said, I am known to be a consumer. It happens. I get hyperfixated on something. I need it all. It happened with Squishmallows. If I can find a picture, I'll put the picture of my Squishmallow hoarding because it was bad. But yeah, as I've said several times, I am not immune to this. Nobody is immune to this. Everybody will fall into this trap. Society has been built for us to fall into this trap. And when I was in Chicago recently, I actually went into a Pop Mart. I walked into the belly of the beast, as they say, and I wanted one. I wanted to buy one. I wanted to try to understand that feeling that so many of these people on my For You page were having. I was so ready to spend that money on a useless piece of junk that would just sit on my bookshelf. But they were all, I don't think there was a single one that was under $20 that I liked, at least. If it was under $20, it was from like a niche show. And I was like, well, I don't watch that, so I don't want this. It was all going to cost me $25 to $30 if I got the one that I wanted for a piece of vinyl that probably cost $5 to actually manufacture. And this realization, it hit me that, like I said, it's just going to sit on my shelf and do nothing but collect dust. It serves no actual function but filling space that I already have filled. I don't need it filled anymore. And I just couldn't justify trading in hours of my labor that I have done, like work. I could not justify trading that for a little piece of plastic that's eventually going to kill the earth because it's just going to end up in a landfill. No one is immune to consumerism. It is literally designed to be irresistible, but there is a line and you need to check yourself and watch yourself closely, because if not, you're going to start tiptoeing on that line and then you are going to quickly cross it. There's a massive difference between having a few little trinkets that make you smile. I love a good little trinket. And having a room that is overfilled with inventory. That's all it is at this point. Like, nobody needs a bedroom that looks like an Amazon fulfillment center. We have to become conscious objectors to this hype cycle. The next time you see a must-have viral TikTok trend, before you click the link or before you are fully prepared to go out and find it, you need to ask yourself 3 questions, and you need to be honest with yourself about these questions. Question 1 is, do I actually like this object? Or do I just like the idea of being the kind of person who owns it? Am I buying the item, or am I buying a costume to fit in with everybody else who I enjoy having it on? Question 2. Will I still care about this object in 6 months, or will it just be in a random donation bin by July? This is a very important one, and it's actually, so a big goal of mine in 2026 is to declutter my life. I plan to go through my closet and just declutter so many things. I'm going to grad school abroad at the end of 2026, so I need to get rid of a bunch of things. And a big rule of mine when I'm donating clothes, or trying to sell clothes, because when you sell clothes, you for sure know that they're going to someone. A big rule of mine is, if I have not worn this in the past 6 months or year, depending on like if it's a seasonal item, then I don't need it, and then I donate it. And that is how I go about decluttering. And it's wonderful. Question 3, which is the big question. Is this object worth the hours of my life that I or my parents had to work to pay for it? Calculate your allergy wage. Jesus. Calculate your hourly wage. Yeah, typically in America, at least, if you're just working like a low-income job, it's like $15 an hour. If you're lucky, sometimes it's 13 to 12. If you're a waitress, it's going to be like 6 to 8 plus tips. Is this piece of plastic worth the hours of you sitting at your desk or standing on your feet or dealing with rude customers or whatever it is that you do? Because the truth is, it's going to end up in a landfill. Your Starbucks bear mug is going to shatter. Your Labubu will just be cheap plastic. The trends will fade, and you will end up being the only thing that remains. So stop killing yourself and triggering your addiction and dopamine in order to impress an algorithm. Please stop letting corporations colonize your desires. You are enough. Without the Labubu, without a Skull Panda, without a Starbucks bear mug. I promise. Thank you all for yapping with me. I will see you all in the next one.